Oggi celebriamo tutti coloro che abbiamo perso l'anno scorso. Oggi insieme tutti quanti noi preghiamo.
What are you doing?
It's All Souls Day. I'm trying to honor the dead.
Who died?
Octaman.
Jason Momoa is dead? Was it Amber Heard?
What?
What did she do to him?
No, Reed Morgan. Reed Morgan is dead!
Who?
Octaman! The classic 1971 movie that started Rick Baker's career.
God, that's sick. The fuck happened to your face?
Yeah, I wanted to paint my face for the holiday, but apparently I'm allergic to lead, and the paint thinner did not help.
Wait, you talking about the octopus monster thing? The asshole inside the costume? He's dead?
Yes, the asshole inside the costume is dead. Now, will you please shut up, sit down so we can pay respect? We honor the dead by keeping their legacy alive with a never-before-seen episode of MaJaMa Jams, once thought to be lost to time. Turns out it was just stuck under the couch.
MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
Hi, we're MaJaMa, and we're here today to review the start of Rick Baker's career, none other than Octaman.
Yes.
Yep. I guess it's not as exciting as we thought.
Yeah.
No.
Don't let him get near the water, Steve. Keep it in his face. He doesn't like that light. Keep flashing it, Steve. I've got an idea.
This is the debut of Rick Baker, famed Hollywood creature designer, and oh my god, what a boring piece of shit this actually is. So, let's start with the positives, guys. It wasn't 2 hours.
Yeah, it's 79 minutes.
It felt like 2 hours.
Yes.
Positive is the creature suit.
It's charming.
A teenage job we found out for Rick. Rick was a young man working on this in the middle of his summer vacation, and it...
No, he was still in school.
He was still in school. And it seems like the type of charming 10 days to shoot, zero budget anecdote that was similar to our own. Bad CGI sharks available on Amazon.
Well, why don't we... What's the plot of
This piece of lead to
Octaman? What
news.
happens?
There is Octaman, and then there isn't. They crawl in a tunnel.
They crawl in a tunnel.
I was very
And back,
surprised
and then
by
back
how boring it was.
Well, all right. There's a group of science researchers, people.
Yes.
There's one guy with a mustache that looks like he was born for the sole purpose of playing the character he was in this movie.
Yes.
He's got the cigar. He's got the.
He's
I just want to get a fortune out here for the.
He's the rich backer from the ranch who funds the operation to go and try to catch this. They keep calling it a half serpent, half man.
Yeah, half man,
sea
half
serpent.
Yeah, because he kind of like he wants to do a sort of a carny show
Yes,
or something.
yes.
Octaman keeps on walking, barely stumbling left and right.
They eventually trap it in a ring of fire. And that apparently in the middle of the woods in an open field, that's
it's
going to
suck
burn
up all the
oxygen.
Keep away from him, Steve. The fire will burn up the oxygen all around him.
out to knock it out, and they put a net on it.
Which makes you wonder how come everyone around a campfire doesn't just suffocate.
It's not a ring.
It's not a ring.
Yeah. Maybe
It's like the bonfire is the donut hole. The ring.
What is bonfire?
Let's not go with that there because that's. Let's talk about tangents.
She tells you that she's at a summer camp. I gotta go to a bonfire.
What is bonfire?
Bonfire is when you sing around the campfire at the summer camp.
Okay, so they get it in a net. Their guard, it rains.
One of the guys shoots at the Octaman, just because.
Yes, once it's on the ground already, right?
Yes, once underneath the.
Oh, yeah, but nothing happens.
It's basically just he's down, he's up, he escaped, he's here, he's in the Winnebago, he's there. 20 minutes of crawling in and out of a cave to find a lake.
Yes. The end. Oh no, they wave a hat in front of him, and then they shoot it, and it leans behind a small hill, and then there is a splash.
There was a splash, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the actor slowly drowning.
in the costume filling with water.
Never has an hour and 18 minutes felt so long.
The protagonist
Sinbad.
Yes, he was.
The movie.
He was Sinbad.
Harryhausen
Kerwin
Sinbad?
Matthews was Sinbad. The
Harryhausen?
The star
Yes,
of
the
House
Harry
Guest with Phil
Harryhausen.
Hartman?
No.
Meaning he was actually famous when he did this.
Yes.
But not afterward.
With this, his career got grounded to a halt. Spectacular.
What was I in?
This was the start of Rick Baker and the death of 6 others who viciously killed themselves after
One
this
by one
experience.
At irregular interval. It was a movie directed by the writer of Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Hurry, Dave.
I've almost got it.
Yes, which I
I
still
think that would do something for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking as that was mentioned, I was thinking I don't believe I've still seen that, even though the creature aesthetically has always been one of my favorite classic
you fell
Universal
asleep on that
monsters.
when we watched it back in the day.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That sounds like me. Well, either way, I haven't seen it, and so is the plot similarly bare bones?
Well, in the Creature from the Black Lagoon, something actually happens.
Yeah, nothing really.
No.
Even the idea of their experiment or what they were trying to do, nothing gets wrapped up. Nothing. Even the philosophical debate about whether you should leave it, whether you should take it, whether you should study it, dissect it, kill it.
The most marked topic of the movie is the environment. There are a couple of
Yes, there's
peppers
tidbit.
here and there.
Yeah.
For the past 2 years, your raw water tests in various parts of the world have definitely proved something. But this odd little squid doesn't establish any relation between its mutation and polluted water.
Something pleasant about 3 old men just like being serious as a camera films them playing with a rubber octopus in a floating water tank. Yes. I mean that from the heart. It always seems to worm its way in around this particular. Is this the 70s?
Yes, I believe so.
Me and Matthew have an ongoing joke because we're huge fans of the Super Friends cartoon show from the 70s. We always laugh that the villain in it is always some nerdy, crippled, old, elderly white scientist who wants to, like, I don't know. Usually they even have, like, a positive goal. They're like, I want to change this
Yeah, they're
thing
just going about
the...
it the wrong ways.
That's it, Luthor. You're through spreading your evil.
Go ahead, Superman. Destroy me. But before you've finished me, they will have destroyed the Earth.
Great Scott! Those sun creatures are burning that village. I'll deal with you later, Luthor.
I doubt it, Superman.
We'll never know. But it's mono.
Who will that be, DeVito?
I do not know yet.
What do you mean you do not know yet? You see tentacles on the bottom, and why don't you include the tentacles in the close-up shot?
Yeah? You have talent, DeVito.
Gracias.
That's like the one thing that looks actually carved well. You fucking show that?
Here's an nondescript globe with a couple of eyes.
like
You're talented, kid.
Aborted fetus.
Stick with this wood chipping thing. The spelling, it's Octaman, not Octoman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I mean, just use naturally old Octaman.
I think
Octaman.
the tongue.
Octaman. I think even though it was spelled Octaman, you would still pronounce it Octaman. Just
that's what I'm saying.
Naturally.
Like if you think of Mandalorian, Mandalorian, Manda, but
yeah,
Manda just sounds.
Yeah.
Hey, Manda.
Mandy.
You got that baby Yoda still?
Manda Moore.
That's Seyfried.
Yes.
Well, I realized that Matthew hadn't seen it yet, but me and Mateo have watched Zat together, which is reminded me a lot of this, both in the look and the
Rhythm.
Slow, excruciatingly slow rhythm. And even if to a degree, the creature, because I think both suits are decent.
Yeah.
Zat is kind of a more idiotic version of the creature from the Black Lagoon. The head's a little bigger.
Yes. A latex costume or a rubber suit, whatever you want to call it, with a man inside, most of the time looks like a latex costume with a man inside.
That's what I wanted to bring up, is that how did you guys feel? Thank you, Mateo. This is the main point I wanted to bring up. We always talk about you can't just be a guy in a suit. You should have some Kyoto Brothers and the test footage for how the clowns would move.
Remember that goofy vulture? You see, you did that in slow motion. You know, with a real. Come on, low. That's it. You got it. Your whole body's like a bunch of loose bones.
How did you guys think they did with the movements? Did you think it was simply just an idiot in a suit, or did you think there was?
Yes, I think
there was no panache
was,
given to the creature movements.
Because
I mean, Duke could barely see where he was. Yeah.
Look, it's a miracle I can walk and breathe. I haven't taken a shit in 12 hours, but sure, let's talk about creature movements.
Well, clearly, I think that both Zat and this one, being low-budget production, they tried to use every single possible frame that they shot. There are shots that they dragged.
Yeah.
I mean, the infamous cave crawling is.
Well, it also seemed a little. We talked about the music. It seemed a little sparse with dramatic music. Like you all very low key 70s synths, very subtle.
Yeah, but there is more. But
no punctuation.
No, exactly. There are scenes where there's more dramatic music when they are about to enter the cave than when the monster is actually taking over the...
well, nothing's happening.
It's weird.
The Democratic expedition, Doctor. All those in favor of discontinuing, say aye. So, we go.
The biggest problem of the movie is that you see Octaman within a minute.
You see a lot of Octaman.
Yes,
if you think about it.
Even the opening credits.
Yeah.
Over
What the?
Octaman.
So I thought it was a weird old trailer or preview.
Yeah, there is no clever reveal or no.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Well, I originally thought, oh, cool, they're getting right into it, but then it.
That was the most exciting.
There's nothing to
moment.
get into.
He was there, and then it's.
Octaman is great. Unfortunately, he has constantly the expression of somebody who's pinching his testicles in a zipper or something.
What was the first rubber suit, or maybe even rubber monster suit? I don't know if you have to specify which, but I'm interested in that now, since this is literally the first time Mr. Rick Baker ever worked.
Probably, I think that creature is, if it's
It's
not
one of the first
one, is
that was foam or rubber or latex. It's all the same.
Latex or whatever they
squishy.
had at the time. It was squishy, and it had to be not too much absorbent because it had to swim.
What year is Creature?
19.
I mean, does it predate Godzilla? Godzilla's 54, right?
Godzilla's 54, yes.
Creature is probably a few years. Hold on. Interval. Creature.
We're still on camera while he's doing this?
Yeah, it's awkward.
Are we supposed to
just pretend like we're having a discussion?
So then I decided to eat a pan.
Damn it!
Yeah.
You can't find it.
I don't know what to do, man.
I'm back.
You're back. Okay.
Did I miss something? Creature is 1954.
Of course.
Let's just point out how charming it is that Mateo got up to check the DVD when Matthew says we have the phones. That's charmingly old school.
Yes, I'm old.
Oh, you're gonna tell the story that.
Oh yes, so
Rick tells in the
Rick
commentary.
was saying he wanted to. What was it? There were several things he was worried about. He was worried about they were going to use.
There was a fight scene that was about to happen, and he wanted to have
where
it
the
choreographed.
Octaman comes out of the Winnebago.
The same way we got in, we'll get out.
Wait, by the way, is a sequence used in Gremlins 2.
The attack of the octopus people. That's tonight's movie. And boy, is it scary. Oh.
Damn.
With
Octaman?
Yes, but they call it differently. It's not acknowledged as Octaman.
That's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. So Rick was worried about the use of an actual tree limb, and I think something else.
Also, the tentacles wrapping around to hold her because
Yes.
it's like floppy arms trying to pick up the woman. So
So
he wanted
then-
to cut from there.
as after he has all these concerns, they do the shoot with no rehearsal because they had to get to it. Sending him away, calling him a girl as they do because of his long hair.
Hippies.
And then the door opens. The first guy, I think,
The Octaman is hiding inside the Winnebago.
Yes.
he gets hit with the tree limb, which then that guy who hit him falls back, pretending to be unconscious, and then Octaman stepped on his head.
The tree limb that he...
Oh, the tree limb that he deflected
falls on his hand.
falls onto the hand, breaking it. And then on top of that, I think he steps on him as he's picking up the girl.
He steps on him in the groin 'cause he
Goes
can't see what he's
to
doing.
fling her up, flings her over, and she smacks into the fucking Winnebago, starts sobbing like a little girl, and I can just picture Rick standing on the side being like, "You motherfuckers, I told you so." I mean, I would be cackling hysterically, especially if I had warned of just such a specific thing.
But they ripped the costume.
Cut and print!
Well, for as much as we could joke with these type of movies that there is no plot, I feel like with this there really isn't. Like, it's just completely bare bones.
Yeah, you think there would be the classic King Kong story of bringing him back to
Would they even reference King
civilization.
Kong?
Yeah, without
Yes.
saying King Kong, even though it means
Right,
it's fucking
yes.
huge. Why would you not just say King Kong?
Just the other night on TV, I saw one of them old flicks about an ape climbing the Empire State Building. The whole damn army chasing him. He kept swatting them airplanes buzzing around him like they were blue-tailed flies.
But yeah, you don't bring him back to civilization. You don't try to make him like even the guy says he wants to make him into a freak show. You think they'd go that aspect? They put him on display.
Yeah, it looks like that
They stayed in the fucking woods the whole time.
It looks like that they had the idea, let's do a movie with an Octaman. The end. That
That's
was the
about
extent of
it.
it.
That's a script.
Yes, that's the script.
Someday, maybe I take lessons in your escuela, Senor Mort.
In my escuela, it'll only teach you how to mug somebody.
Gay,
Gay!
gay.
If there was ever a moment in film history of being embarrassed for a white man playing a Mexican, it's that.
Yeah.
Gay!